Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Nine Sols, where today we have an awful lot of inner warehouse yet to explore. Basically just, in a new area with a lot of things to learn how to operate, apparently. We're going to have to learn how to move this, for one thing. You know what I'm realizing? Before we get moving here, just real quick, what am I doing next on skills? We've been working toward the bottom of this bit for so long. I don't really know what I'm trying to do next. When knocked down, press shift to quickly dash and get back on your feet. Okay, so this would allow us to not necessarily get comboed to pieces all the time. We picked up our air dash, but it doesn't connect to any other nodes. There's no improvement for the air dash. We can grab another key charge on our way down to... Oh, life recovery is probably decent. And then, like, from there, what would we want to... Okay, talismans will automatically detonate after a short delay, so we don't have to sit there in detonation mode, which obviously is valuable. Yeah, alright, let's start here. Another key charge is, like, fine. And our next thing will be 2 points. Okay. That was why I wanted to check, because I was like, if we're starting again up at the top of the tree... we might be able to already buy the next thing we want. So I can't tell if we might be able to slip into the area underneath this block. I guess I'm going to check. Nope, that is not useful. Okay, here's one of those gates that's opened by smashing statues. Okay, stuff to drop from down there. Hi. Hi there, friend. Okay, so now we can get back up here from the lower level more easily, and also all of this is moving. Got the parry, but it was messy. I was fine. All I needed to do was not panic. Shoot. I think I want to grab onto the side of one of these, yeah. And continue this way. Alright, you have these. Okay. Coward. Alright, let me knock out this flying guy too. We're actually very wealthy and I did not realize. We should probably go back. The next time we have an easy path back to the node, we should go back and spend. Such insolence. No respect for elders. Not a sliver of discipline. Alright, wait for that to turn around. Surprise! That was the wrong button. Well, that's inconvenient, but also, now we're here. What is this? Oh, right, this is one of those things that I theorized was a shield generator for the enemies. Well, removing that's probably very good. If you think about it diegetically, this is a very strange way to build a lock. A lock that you have to, like, display, you have to demonstrate arbitrary martial arts skills to open, and once you've done so, it shatters. let's head back to the pavilion and spend some of this money before I lose it all. So we certainly have the cash to install a couple of pipe upgrades. Actually, before I do that, first of all, let's recycle all of our components. Please, yes, all. That's not the right button. Okay. It's weird that the default on the recycle thing is no. Like, anybody's gonna bring one of these here and then be like, oh, hold on, I wanted to hold on to this garbage. Well, okay, I was gonna look at other stuff, but apparently we have like almost exactly enough to buy a pipe file, and I do love a pipe file. So never mind everything else I was gonna do. Where is the kid? While we're here. Oh, he went out and found our friend. Either that or the guy managed to crawl up here. Yeah, apparently. Yee, it's Anong. I found him at the entrance. It looks like he's in a bad state. I carried him all the way here, but I don't know what to do. Is there anything you can do to help him? It's you, the white-haired demon. Shanong, what's wrong with you? Like we didn't already talk to him about this. You got any poison? Poison? Are you poisoned? Yeah, we already had this conversation. It's weird that it doesn't remember that. Okay, so yeah, we had this conversation. We just have to give him something poisonous, but we don't currently have anything as far as I know. So we'll do what we can when we can. There's a pedestal for something on the bridge. The kid, where did the kid run off to? I mean, it's not terribly important that we talk to him again, probably, but I'm just trying to get through all of the scenes that we've probably built up with all of our gifts. And also, we do have additional gifts. Want to see? It's a painting I found in an ancient temple. A painting? Sure. I know where we can hang it. Yeah, I mean, it is very pretty. Should I be looking at this person or this tree? I'm not sure, but that person is probably the Kunlun Immortal. The Kunlun Immortal? Do you know him? Well, he's just a myth. He's said to have lived for thousands of years, attuning to the Tao in the forests of ancient Kunlun. I've never been one to believe in these made-up folktales, though. Well, even if the Immortal is fake, the person who painted this is super talented. There was a time when the literati fled to Kunlun Island, away from the fires of war, and the artist might have been one of them. I think he might have actually met the Immortal. That's so awesome. It's all just simple lines of ink, but why does it look so beautiful? The paintings during the Millennium of Inquiry all looked like that. If this is an original, it would be pretty valuable. Artists don't paint to make money. Not if you were to ask an antique dealer. What a weird conversation. Here, I also found this virtual reality device. Probably don't put it on your head. Want to try a new toy? I don't think this is trustworthy. What is this, a hat? It's a virtual reality display called the Draconis Anima. Okay, I super don't think you should put that on your head. I can't see anything. It's just covering my eyes up. It actually does the exact opposite. It can show you anything you wish to see. That's a pretty cute sprite. Are you ready? I'm booting it up now. Oh, it lit up. This was just a byproduct from Soulscape development. It never made it onto the market. How do I play? It feels like it's just covering my eyes. Relax. Picture in your mind where you want to be or who you want to meet, and the background should change. Well, nothing changed. It's not responding. All I can see is the Four Seasons Pavilion. You're standing right there. Aw, that's very sweet. Whoa, that grilled fish you're holding looks delicious. Can I have a bite? You're already in virtual reality. Try pulling up the virtual menu. There should be plenty of old games in the database. Oh, there's the menu. What's this? Top horror games. What does that mean? Detention. Well, that doesn't look very interesting. Are these the only games I can play? Don't knock it till you try it. I have a feeling you won't be bothering me for a while. So this is from the studio that made... gosh, I can't remember the name of the game now. The game's not actually called Detention, but the horror game that they made that is very, very famous and extremely well regarded is set in a school. Yeah, shoot, I can't remember. I'm gonna tab out while this is happening real quick. So I think that's just like a little, you know, a little joke from the developers. Yeah, Red Candle Games. Oh, okay, they did actually make a game called Detention. I was thinking of their game Devotion, but they did make a game called Detention as well. Well, shows what I know. I didn't play either of them, which is probably pretty obvious. Ugh. I parried like a year early there. I guess better than that time where I didn't parry at all. Out of shame. Okay, so yeah, we can see the sparks fly off of the enemies up above, although it looks like they still have shields, at least some of them. There might be another generator in the area, maybe above them. Indeed. Well, it takes more than one strike to kill those things. So how would I get up there? Maybe on the other side? We don't really need to, you know, I can just handle it. Alright, an advanced component, that's quite a bit of money. Oh, I didn't realize that the shields get replaced. Okay. Every time the thing pulses, I guess. It doesn't look like there are crates running up here, unfortunately. Boy, he's allowed to execute the charge entirely facing one direction. Or the charge up for his horizontal movement. I realize the word charge is ambiguous in that context. Fully facing one direction and then just turn around and face the other direction at the moment of the actual attack. That really sucks. Okay. You know, there are some elements of my play that are perhaps a little bit clumsy today. Alright, and I did see it in the ground there. So you are able to... They're not totally stealthy. This area doesn't seem to be running. Is this new down here? Yes, this is new. Ow. Alright, that's on me, I guess. No, I was... There we go. I was trying to land on this platform. I suppose I could have air dashed. They did give us the air dash for a reason. Okay, is there a stamper on the left side over here? Well, we know this side's safe at the very least. Can I air dash downward? No. Huh. Was there a way I could have gotten out upward? It does look like there's a gap in the ceiling. I didn't see anything. Is that hackable? It is hackable. Okay. The hacking animations take a second, but I think that... Oh, you can't put out the nymph while you're hanging. Interesting. Okay. I executed a jump off the side of that box in exactly the same way both of those times, and it did dramatically different things. Okay, this should turn on this part of the factory then. Crude and ill-mannered. Yep. That's my problem, my table etiquette. I never extend my pinky, and I do not know which fork is which. Log entry. The deceased was an active Dusk Guardian who had been missing for several hours. He had a mental breakdown when we arrived, so in order to prevent further injuries, we executed them. My hands are still shaking, but I can't back down. I'm already on my 4th round of duty. I must complete tasks like this to repay the Sauls for saving us. This guy was in a really bad mental state. He kept making weird, undiscernible noises. Weirdly, even though the system said they could bite us, I only ever saw it hiding away from us. Also, has the recycling team gotten lazy lately? They haven't come to clean up some of the corpses we reported. Case file number 19, that one. Alright. So that might mean that this track over here is running. It doesn't. It doesn't, is the thing we've learned. I was kind of hoping I had like turned on the top part of the facility entirely, but no such luck, which means... Okay, well, we might be able to get over... Yeah, I need to... What it means is I need to get back up there. At this point, I suppose I may as well return to the node and rest. And I suppose buy some skill. Okay, gain some Azure Sand after picking up experience dropped after death. I mean, that's fine. I don't use my bow enough as it is. This is definitely our next thing. Water flow. Attaching a talisman consumes 2 key charges. Okay. I didn't rest, which was the reason I came down here. I'm a little surprised that I haven't... Is there an obvious computing power gain that I'm missing? I'm a little surprised that I haven't... I mean, obviously I'm spending all my money on my medicine pipe. There probably is a way to improve our jade capacity somewhere. But I'm not even looking at the things available from a lot of shops. Ah. probably a good idea in general to be ooh, okay. That's interesting. So it only took a normal 3-hit combo to kill that thing before, but then power attacking it didn't. I guess it must actually just be a number of hits rather than related to its health. I gotta parry you. Yeesh. What a sloppy parry. Okay, well, I was kind of expecting that to be a little bit more consequential, but I guess the chest is good. So there's a thing at the bottom that we can't get to because there's lasers across here. I mean, it was important for me to grab that, but it's also remarkably small area that doesn't lead anywhere. Stop it. You're an asshole. Ow. Ah, no. Come on. Again with the turning around. It is very frustrating that they can do half of that attack in one direction and half of it in the other direction. Okay, more herb catalyst, sure. So how am I gonna get the rest of the machinery going? Because there are some places that we cannot get to with the machinery that we have. Alright, the health regain on clean parries is nice. Also, the fact that he's allowed to feint the charge really sucks. These guys are way too skilled for how basic of an enemy they are. Alright, you win. I'll go over here. Boy, his momentum in the air is not fully controllable. If you jump while sprinting, you do carry a little. Alright. I can't believe that one guy kept me out here for so long. Alright, so there are little bits over here that theoretically could be a place to turn on some machinery. Ack. Those don't... Okay. I didn't see anything up there that looked enterable. I think it's just showing me the spot that these blocks are coming out of. Oh no, okay, there is a little passageway. Ah, okay, that works. Yep, this does in fact look like an operator switch. Okay, cool. Good looking out. Map. Alright, let's see where this will take me. Uh-oh. I recognize the intent of this chamber. Ow. Okay, so first of all, not great that I have to do this while that shield thing down there is active, because we can see the enemy gain the shield. And there's no way, yeah, there's no way to disable it except to go through that room. So, not great news for me. Whoa. Yep, nope. You're gonna combo me to death. Oh god. I was really trying to give that thing time to go off. Second drink. Ah. Okay, this guy doesn't have all that much health. Like, it shouldn't take all that many hits to do him in, but obviously it's tricky to create a situation where I actually can harm him. It's just a lot of offense. It's a lot of offense, and it's very easy to get sort of dazzled by it. That's what I think of you. I don't like that the spider mine knew to run to the right even though I was to the left of it when it started running. That's frustrating. And you really can't just like add offense. You really only can hit him when he offers you the chance, which is a shame against a high offense enemy like this. Come on. Lost my power attack at some point. Okay. Well, you can certainly get comboed to pieces very easily. It seems like none of that stuff prevents you from being able to parry a dagger. It's just, again, you get overwhelmed. Yeah, you know. I'm gonna forget that mine's there. It's interesting that hitting him with the talisman created a stun. I'm trying really hard to detonate it while I, like... It's just... The mines create a really difficult additional problem on top of his very dense attack pattern, in that they do so much waiting. And it's actually really hard to deal with the amount of waiting. If the mines ran at you immediately when you activated them, you could just handle it and get it over with. But because it just hangs out for long periods of time, you have to devote a bunch of like mental space to remembering that it's there. So that's the way to do this, for sure. If you can... Nope, that's a bad time to drink. Or smoke, rather. Here we go. I'm going to hit him some, attach the talisman so that he teleports before the talisman actually goes off, so that it pauses him again post-teleport, and you get to break his shield again with another stun. Oh, or you can just miss him entirely. That's certainly an option. Ow, what a bad drink. Here we go. Yeah, that's a tough one. The Firestorm Ring, the personal weapon of Tian, a celestial enforcer. It releases a pulse of energy upon contact, shattering and rending its opponent's bones and fat. Oh no, my meats and my bones and my fats. Alright, well unfortunately those don't stay destroyed, so that feels like kind of a useless thing to do now, considering the pain in the ass it would be to come back up here. So, okay, now we have this fire ring. And I guess that's all that we came up here for. It says it's a key item. But I do not know what I would do with it. I have not been given any information suggesting that I can use it. We still can't go down there. I mean, okay, there's a couple areas that we can investigate. Ah, this is open. No, it's not. I need to turn on the power supply on both sides. Right, I remember what I'm doing here. Who says I don't? Ah, okay. Ow. Alright, so we gotta catch on to the side of one of these things. Or I guess just do that. Alright, is that power? That is power. Let's maybe go ahead and take a rest real quick. Oops, back. So this stuff's still not moving. But there was the horizontal lasers are, you know what? The horizontal lasers are totally defeatable. I just need to hang off the side of the box. Very annoying stuff. Okay. I think it would be better to approach this by dropping down. Yeah, I just need to... They're being emitted from the right, it looks like. Or from the left to the right, so... In fact, just hanging here ought to be good enough. Yeah, no, that's totally... Well, I got there eventually. Okay. And it looks like it's a big funicular descending down into the ground over there. Let's check out this door first. Okay, this is just a spot to hide. I actually don't, how am I going to get anywhere here? I think I need to not start my hack from this location. Let's try going this way. Okay. So we turned off something. Oops. Well. Ah, I turned on something. In fact, is what I did. Okay, so these things reverse the direction. I see. And we're trying to ultimately get to there. So with stuff reversed, I could just follow the crates from the other side. And it's kind of weird that there's another reverser on the other side. I guess that's there for, for diegetic reasons. Am I going to be able to make it over here? This does seem like quite a long run. Okay. It seems like in the puzzle rooms, maybe they've effectively removed the range limitation. Oh, right. No, it's because these boxes are those boxes, and I need to reverse the direction in order to get back across. That's why. It is all the same boxes in the end. We found molted Tianma hide. Releases deadly toxins when rubbed. Hey. Becomes a tough leathery material after being dried, but it needs to be handled with care. Well, we can just rub it all over what's-his-face, and then he'll be good and poisoned. For whatever reason he wanted to... I'm sure there's some kind of toxin counters toxin nonsense going on. Either that or he's sick because that jug he's carrying is secretly a creature that is making him ill and he's going to poison it to death. Ah. Overestimated the length of my jump a little bit there. I mean, I suppose I may as well rest. Okay, it is feeling like we are heading toward like a proper boss here. Oh, in fact, here's our man. Bastard, how are you so fast? What I mean is, you may be motivated, but you're still too impulsive, young man. You must do unto others as you would have them do unto you. When will this senseless cycle of vengeance end? Let's see, 55%. I'm sick of your lecturing. Easy there. Did you know that I used to be just like you when I was younger? I made everything a debate and quarreled a lot with my father. As the saying goes, disregard the council of elders and you will surely be at a loss. If an elder's deeds earn not respect, then respect from youth he need not expect. Quit using your age as an excuse. Ha, you silver-tongued fox. I also once saw the elderly as ungrounded and out of touch. They were always droning on about heritage, history, and whatnot. One day my old father came to me with an antique music record. A music record. As he was leaving, the old man accidentally tripped on the doorstep. His frail body clung tightly to the record as he fell, as if it were more precious than his own life. I rushed to help him up, and that's when he said to me, "That was a close one. You almost missed out on listening to this." At that moment, I had an epiphany. I finally understood what they were so keen on protecting. It's, we're all shadows of our ancestors. 83%, just a tiny bit more. You've been acting shifty since I got here. What are you doing back there? Have you been trying to buy time? Much like my father's old record, I also have an ancient artifact here I'd like to show you. 98, 99. Educate yourself. That's how I got to this position. All right, another one of these things. It does not seem like we're going to have a lot of space in which to deal with a thing of the size that appears to be. Okay. Don't love the red lightning crackling on the axe. Okay, I see shockwave stuff. Ow. Okay, let's get up. Well, I don't love that he goes through regen cycles. That's no fun. Okay, but it seems like I can maybe knock him out of the regen cycle with the talisman. So maybe I want to hold my king charges. Oh, miscounted. Yeah, seems like. Oh, that's no good. Ah, terrible news, terrible news. I'm doing a bad job. Yeah, this is not even that hard, but I'm doing a bad job of being responsive to the signals. Wow, shoot, I don't have anything but mashing here. Alright, well I took that all the way to the bottom resource-wise. And then we just back up a little bit, in case he explodes or something. Battle Lord prototype. In the turbulent era, as Jiangxi's soldier efficiency began to decline, the Jia Kingdom pumped its resources into a new endeavor, the Battle Lord project. Using state-of-the-art transmutation technology, They fused Solarians with animal genes and combined them with mechanical skeletons to augment their destructive power as war machines. However, these creations lacked independent cognition and often went berserk. In the end, the project was terminated due to the ceasefire. So do notice that it says occupants 1 of 2. There was a second tank. So theoretically, there's another one of these, maybe that fully hatched somewhere else around here. Not for the moment my most primary concern. Although I guess if I did run into another one, I would certainly die. A thunderburst bomb. Legend has it that the famous Feng Shi destroyed an entire company of men from GA with thunderburst bombs. Lear later banned the use of this weapon due to its excessive lethal power. Hey, it's you again. You finally arrived, my friend. I knew we'd meet again. Ordinary passengers shouldn't have access to this zone. Let's not fret over such trivialities. Take a look around you. Isn't it breathtaking? This vast sea of Solarian heritage, all stored within the boundless repository. An old man riding on a duster passed by just now. Did you see where he went? I know you're looking for Yan Lao, and I also know what you plan to do with him. I wanted to come down to the repository while it's still operational, to see all this treasure with my own eyes. Or eye singular, perhaps? And persuade me not to destroy these antiques. Hardly. Most believe that by preserving antiques, their beauty can somehow be recreated, but I disagree. To take something here as an example, have you ever read The Parting Missive? My teacher forced me to memorize it. It was written by a tyrant from the ancient kingdom of Jie. Jie Tong. The writer's name is Jie Tong. As their last king, he was an ambitious sovereign and an outstanding calligrapher. As for him being a tyrant, that is just a matter of opinion. It was centuries ago when he tried to unite the 9 kingdoms of Penglai by force. In the end, he was defeated by Lear and the Feng Shi Guild. He wrote this missive just as Lear's forces began to storm his palace, and then, after finishing it, he took his own life. The overflowing vitality behind his words can only be felt in the very moment he put those words to paper. He poured his sorrow and indignation into each and every brushstroke. That is something that future generations can neither emulate nor reproduce. That's just your romantic fantasy of ancient times. We can't even prove whether it was actually written by Jie Tong. Indeed. In my humble opinion, perhaps the parting missive need not be immortalized. Ancient relics are like fireworks in the night sky. Their value comes from a fleeting moment of splendor. Compared to that magnificent moment, why should we cling to eternal beauty? People find it hard to let go of certain things. Even if the end comes for us all, would it be so hard to just let go? I didn't know you were such a pessimist. Pessimist? Not at all. I don't speculate. I only speak of what is already known. The truth always lies in the hexagrams. Does this have to do with your supernatural powers of divination? If it's so accurate, why don't you tell me what will happen next? Gladly. These containers and treasures will eventually be buried. They will form the grave that will house Sol Yan Lao. Really, I don't really care how Yan Lao will meet his maker in the end. But if I catch you tipping him off, this will be our last conversation. Worry not. The matter has been settled, so I cannot interfere. Quit encouraging me to spoil the surprise. Go and verify it yourself, my friend. Farewell. Until next time. What a strange critter. Okay. This we need very badly. Oh, I keep doing that. What are you doing? Curses! That brat actually destroyed Xingtan. Boy, there's no way that was close. That was an ancient weapon handed down through generations in the GA family. A priceless relic I can't possibly compensate for. Look at the veins standing out on his forehead. If the council pursued an investigation, it would be the end of me. Oh, curses. Curses. I can't just sit and wait to die. I can see what the kid was saying. If he keeps stressing himself like this, there's no way he's going to make it until I get there. I'll make you taste my steel. Wait, what? What? I already defeated a boss. I mean, I guess I'll defeat you too. That's fine. He's going to make us run his arcade-style labyrinth of traps, though. Can these be parried? They can. Ow. Well, that caught me off guard while I was looking to the enemy. Ugh. That is a messy parry. Okay, I didn't realize that that was a concern. All of a sudden, it's a physics game. Yeesh. Ah, I really thought that was within talisman range. No, you can see me turn around to try to parry it. I just didn't get around fast enough. That's annoying. I wonder if I could kill that guy with just 2 shots from the bow. We do have it upgraded. Teleport out of my combo. Yeah, I'm very concerned that my my attacks move me forward. So trying to actually melee this thing down safely seems somewhat unlikely to work. Seems somewhat likely to move me into a laser beam. We were right at the end of that section, too. Okay. Well, Oh dear, how did I miss? Enough, ye. Don't make me do this. You have a bright future ahead of you. Surrender now and I'll spare your life. I'm doing this for myself, not you. What did I do? I devoted my entire life to the preservation of our civilization. Do you know what I was doing while everyone else indulged in pleasure? Even now, with this disease-ridden body, I still guard the treasures in this vault with zeal and hope. Huh? Vault? You mean this useless, power-hungry warehouse? This space was designed to house energy generators. Who knows how many more we could have housed in New Kunlun? Oh, how dare you! The greatness of our civilization was accumulated over multiple millennia. What's the use of protecting a couple more people if we forget who we are? The past is a mirror for understanding the present. We must pass on our legacy Do you think we're all blind? Most of the stuff here belongs to the rich and powerful. Allowing their private possessions on board was your ticket into New Kunlun.
No.
You utter balderdash. You have no proof. It's time to reform and to sweep away the corrupt. No, everything needs to go, even the glories of the past. Let's be real. You can act all sanctimonious, but you're just out for your own selfish survival. You insolent miscreant. I'll show you what happens when you disrespect your elders. Okay. I see. Well, can we get him to target this somehow? I mean... yeah, close enough. I'll take it. May as well refill my health. That's weird. I smoked instead of interacting. Fully pressing the wrong button. Okay, what does this do? Well, I guess we probably have to find all of those to open up that passage back where we came from. Oh. Ow. Ah. Okay, that guy fully fired a shot after he was dead. I don't like this at all, actually. Okay, alright now. Wow. Okay. Those guys continue to shoot at you for a very long time after they are off screen. Green. Most enemies have the wherewithal, the common decency, to stop shooting you after they are no longer visible. All right, let's try this again. Oh, I apparently was still facing the wrong direction when I rolled. Let me pull this over here. Assholes. Yeah, the fact that if you get dropped onto the red stuff, you get ported back to whatever platform you were on, but there's a fade in, and the enemies get to start acting at the beginning of the fade in before you can see anything. Means that it's very often the case that you just can't interact with the world. If there's an enemy nearby, they get to hit you no matter what, and fucking good luck to you. They need to get rid of the fade. In general, I think, like, I know I have a tendency to say this. I've been saying things like this for a long time, but it keeps being correct. If you're making an action game, you really ought to be thinking about what you could have and should have learned from Super Meat Boy. Because the answer is more than you did, almost certainly. Take that, my enemies. I wasn't expecting it to stop, honestly. Alright, well, this time I won't have that problem. Okay, it just didn't have any effect at all. I was expecting to get hit there. And for it to just be like, well, this is a reasonable trade-off because I got the hack. You know what? I'm gonna smoke. Just in case. I wonder. Yes, I can. And in fact, I must. Okay, we're managing, we're managing. That was almost really bad. Ow. Boy, the area that the bullet hits really is huge. Oops. Obviously that was supposed to be a jump across. Alright, I appreciate the refill. So I think when you're in the hacking success animation, maybe it just can't affect you. All right, I could have done that without getting hit, probably. Ah. There we go. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Oh, alright. The air dash is nice. It's good to have an air dash. Oop, almost flung myself right back up into that. That's wrong. Fully the wrong button. Aha. Oh no! I do not get success. There were 2 layers. I didn't notice the second layer indicator until I was already saying aha. Well, I do think I could have if I had not declared victory prematurely there. I do think that was doable. I could have rushed out 2 layers of hacking in the time we had there. I had to say, this segment's longer than I was expecting. Alright, which way do I want to go here? Okay, that's not helpful at all. That's not actually a map of the area. This is the way we went at first. This is the door we opened up with the hack. Oh wait, but I descended these, didn't I? I'm all turned around now. Yeah, I absolutely descended those. Okay. Okay, so I made it back over here. Ow. This is a weird place to put me instead of the platform that I was on. Okay, here we go. Ah, I almost made it through. This path gets pretty long eventually. Okay, I managed to do that with a minimum of hassle. Would you take the shot, please? Thank you. Alright, easy. Okay, there's no reset. You just have to go. Oh, and it doesn't continue going backward either. Okay. That's pretty shitty. If it's already heading back, it should finish, you know, resetting before you before it closes again. That's fine. We can absolutely make that now that I know that that's what needs to be done. It's kind of an annoying one though, because like there's a couple of different ways that machine can work and you just have to guess which one it is the first time you see it. Thought for a second there that it might destroy the crate that I was standing on, which would have not been awesome for me. Ow. Got me like right in the head. Well, this is going splendidly. So, did we get all 5? I was not counting. Huh. Hold on. Before I do anything here, before I go into that door, we can head up here and open this. And the answer is no. I got 3 of them. Well, that's pretty not ideal. At least one of them was like fairly well hidden, I would say. So it might be the case that you're not necessarily... Let me go this way. Let me see where this takes us. Oh, you wretched urchin. Why won't you yield? Yeah, getting all 5 of those seems optional. And I would like to do it. We'll totally do it. It really sucks that there's no map of that area, though. But not to worry, I have plenty of weapons. I will defend this repository. I shall not fall here. You ungrateful, irreverent brat. If you won't listen to reason, I'll just have to beat it into you. System activated. Total downtime, 928 years. Debugging. Yep. Nobody just coughs in a video game. No anomalies detected. Except maybe, you know, biologically. Yeah. I haven't even been outside that long. Biological or biosignal transfer complete. Authentication complete. Access granted to the Hunyuan engineering system. Connected to the sky-rending claw. Uh-oh. Beginning sensitivity test. Claw deployment test. Claw swing test. All right, learn your combat attacks here. Skyrending claw ready. Okay, don't get grabbed, don't get swept. Hey, look, it's me. Yun Lao proper. Okay, so I can just hit the main body of the claw. Is it run back time? It's run back. Yep. This is the hour of our infinite running back. I wonder if the benefit of hitting the 5 symbols there is going to be like an unlock or a cool item, or if it's something that will only be meaningful for this fight, right? If it's some kind of weakening of this enemy. Okay. I was fully to his right, and he swung left, and that dealt damage to me. I don't necessarily think that ought to be the way that goes. Obviously, another huge downside of the run back system is that like you can't run into a situation like this where I've been chasing this guy for 40 minutes now, and how would you know which door you go through starts the actual boss fight? But once you've done it, once you've started the boss fight, you can't like see what you're up against and then decide to go back and buy some upgrades or whatever. You're just locked into the boss fight with whatever it is that you already have. Okay, I was not really expecting him to slam against that wall again, especially since it looked like he started to do his slam attack left. I guess that was just him doing the rear back in order to perform it to the right. But I thought he would go toward the open room again, but no, he prefers the side you're on no matter what. Oops, why did I roll so early? Okay, and you get him to shoot himself, yeah. I see. Oh, okay. The somewhat variable speed of his charges is a little annoying. I think I was still in dash cooldown there is what happened. It's bad to dash when you don't need to dash. Ugh. Yeah, this fight isn't very difficult. I just keep faking myself out with the Let the dash as I'm responding to his animations too early. There are definitely some boss fights in this game that feel pretty good, like interesting applications of the systems and stuff. That guy that we were fighting with the shield and the mines, like that's a pretty good example, I think, of a. Okay, I can't jump off that wall normally. This is like standard video game boss 101 here. This is not an interesting fight at all. Well, you sure do have a lot of control over your aerial position when you're mid combo. Like you can float yourself around in a very effective way. I can't tell if I think the ground combo or the air combo is doing more damage. You certainly strike faster in the air combo, but the last hit of the ground combo is a lot more damaging than anything that happens during the air combo. Hard to eyeball it. Oh, really early, really early. We have another phase, maybe? Or, yeah, okay, that's kind of what I figured. This sucks. This fight did not need more length. Yeah. Well, I see why they give you the air dash right before this fight. It'd be a very annoying fight to manage without it. Ah, come on now. Yeah, that was a no-winner. I was dead either way there because of where I rolled to when I got up. That sucks a huge amount. What a boring fight. All right, I think I'm gonna call the episode there. That's gonna be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I think what I'm gonna do is just grind that out. Like, you know, it's just a matter of not making mistakes during the first phase. And I will bring y'all in like right at the end of the fight, or right at the end of that second phase in case there's a third one. But that's just a tremendously boring boss fight, and I don't think I have anything to say about it during it. So come back next time for the fall of that nerd. And we'll see you then.